entirely too many button clicks to make this happen. But we're making it happen, Captain. Okay. Today's hat is brought to you by Youth Services Systems. They are an organization based out of Wheeling, West Virginia that works with the homeless and including homeless youth. So they are worth your attention and support. Give them your attention and support. I forgot to put a link in the doobly-doo because wearing this hat was a spur of the moment thing. So fun fact, they usually run a little competition every year. It's usually in November when the weather starts to get cold. But the competition is for who can build the most impressive cardboard structures or the most sturdy cardboard structures, or there's a bunch of different prizes given for the different cardboard structures that you build. But the aim is you build these things and then you sleep overnight in them outdoors. It's to bring awareness to the issue of homelessness. So I participated in it one year. Unfortunately, it rained and our cardboard structure was not sturdy enough to withstand the rain and we got flooded out. So, yeah, that was real cold. We did, because it was a friend of mine and myself, we ended up staying at his house and wrapped up in blankets with a lot of hot tea. So everything we turned out fine. The cardboard structure just collapsed on us, unfortunately. With that, you might be wondering, who the heck are you to share this kind of a story? Hi, my name is Kelsey D. Crawford. I make comics, including The Legend of Jamie Roberts. And today I am drawing club rewards, or at least rewards for my fan clubs, which include phone and desktop wallpapers. So people who support me as part of my fan clubs, find out more information, go to ko-fi.com/Kelsey D. Crawford. That's ko-fi.com/Kelsey D. Crawford. There's a link also in the doobly-doo. Folks who support me through the fan clubs there, as part of being a member, get exclusive phone and desktop wallpapers, as well as peeks at early updates of The Legend of Jamie Roberts and exclusive comics of their own. If that sounds like your kind of a deal, there's more info in the doobly-doo to join the fan clubs or support me on Ko-fi. Also, I was thinking about streaming this, but I decided not to because there's a lot of ebook formatting that goes into this part. But one of the other fan club rewards that's available is getting exclusive monthly zines to download. And I was thinking about working on that zine during the stream, and then I went, oh, there's a lot of image editing and laying it out in a PDF format. That's probably going to be really boring for everybody. Not nearly as exciting as drawing stuff. So we're just going to do the drawn stuff for this one, for this stream. And for folks who watched the Tuesday stream, I did finish inking that page of The Legend of Jamie Roberts. It took an additional hour. So it was a good thing that I wrapped up the stream when I did. But the comic page is done. It's now scheduled. It will be live in about 3 to 4 weeks. So keep an eye out for that. Okay, I'm going to have some tea first. Okay. Also, I should let people know, because I didn't used to stream on Thursday nights. This is a new thing for me. But I wanted to try something new in 2024, which was streaming Tuesdays and Thursdays. Previously, it was just Tuesdays and Fridays. Or at least occasional Fridays, but it was more consistently Tuesdays. One moment. There we go. There was some dust on my screen. I needed to get it off. I forgot that was a thing. It was a thing that I did. Alrighty. Oh, excuse me. Not entirely sure why my nose itches so much, but it does. Oh, while I'm here, had thought about this, but hold on. Two divergent trains of thought. Let me finish one thought before I get to the other. Okay. One thought done. The other thought. I'm thinking about updating my username here on YouTube, because a little bit of behind the scenes trivia. One of the integrations that I use for like if this then that kind of coding purposes, I've been working with if this then that coding, but the software that I'm using, I tried to do an integration with YouTube, and the integration got kind of confused about which channel to make the if this then that rule with. I tried to tell it to use my channel, but it turns out that there's, I think, like 3 or 4 other channels that also have similar or same usernames as mine. So I'm thinking about updating the channel name to keep it consistent across my social media platforms, and just calling it like Kelsey D Comics, because that's my Instagram handle, and it's now my TikTok handle. I just updated my TikTok handle today to Kelsey D Comics if you would like to find me there. 1 second. Yeah, it occurred to me today when I was trying to do the integration, so I'm kind of leaning towards updating the username. Just keeping it consistent, and maybe it'll help my channel stand out a little bit more. That way it's not confused with like 6 or 7 others. Okay. I'm just letting folks know that I am currently live on Discord across the multiple servers that I'm a part of. I feel like this is a common refrain for everybody who uses Discord, but I am a part of too many Discord servers. Okay. Oh, here's another thing. Here's another thing that we're going to do before I start drawing. Or I'm going to zoom in, actually, because we've been at this angle for a little while. Let's zoom in a little bit. So before I start inking in earnest, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do some 4D chess shenanigans right now, because I was thinking to myself, what kind of music am I going to play, and how am I going to integrate it into OBS, which is the software that I'm using right now to live stream. And then I went, wait a minute. I have a playlist on my YouTube channel called the Studio Playlist, and I've been listening to that as background noise. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to head to my YouTube channel and check out Studio Playlist on my channel, and just turn that on and put it on shuffle mode, because that is the same playlist that I am listening to. So we can listen to the same playlist while this stream is happening. You can open up the playlist by opening a different tab or a different window, whichever is more convenient for you. But we can totally listen to that playlist in one tab while having this live stream in another tab. We can totally do that. Technology. Okay, here we go. Yeah, right now I am listening to the Studio Playlist, and I did sound test this before. I can have the playlist on, but not have the stream pick up the noise. I did sound test this earlier, so, because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to get copyright stricken after going live. So we're okay. We're actually okay. Also, another bit of housekeeping before I start drawing in earnest. The live chat is subscriber only. I want to try to mitigate any spam or harassment or anything else that might be shady. So I'm going to ask that if you want to participate in the live chat, that you subscribe and be a subscriber for at least 5 minutes or longer. Again, this is just a safety measure. This is just to prevent harassment and any spamming, because this was a problem that I encountered a fair bit when I was live streaming off and on last year. So now live chat is subscriber only mode. Alrighty, let us get to this. Oh, it's a bit loud. Okay. Okay. Yep, we're good. Oop. Didn't mean to do that. There we go. Okay, there we go. It's like I'm trying to get to this screen. Let me click on it. I did do my wrist stretches before sitting down. I would encourage you to do the same if you are drawing along. Use the lasso for a second and move that eyebrow just a bit. I'm going to be using the mirror tool in a bit just to make sure everything's like, it makes sense. Okay. Again, we're doing some 4D chess shenanigans. I have, playing in a tab right now, my studio playlist, which I have on my YouTube channel. I would encourage you to open up a tab, go to my YouTube channel and do the same. That way you got something to listen to. That's not just the sultry sounds of my voice or relative silence whenever I stop talking. Hold on, I'm gonna need to mirror this. Yeah. I had a feeling the hair was gonna need some tweaking. From the original sketch, I mean. There we go. For full effect, if you are listening to the studio playlist, turn shuffle mode on. That way you will get the true experience of tonal whiplash. If you're not experiencing tonal whiplash while listening to my playlist, you're not doing it right. Yeah. There we go. Ooh. Oh, I just thought of something to do with his scarf. It would be a right pain in the butt to do, but I'm thinking about doing it. Because I have a dragon scale scarf that I could definitely put on this boy. And if you would like to see what a dragon scale scarf looks like, I would encourage you to actually subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for the video that's dropping tomorrow. Because I'm dropping a new video tomorrow. Showcasing some handmade scarves, jewelry, clothes, etc. that I've made, because I have a real crafting problem and I just make stuff. And I want to show off some of the stuff that I've made, because I've made a bunch. And one of the things that I've made is a dragon scale scarf. Technically, it's a crocodile stitch scarf, but it's dragon scales. I'm just going to call them dragon scales. Because this is what they are in my mind. Now, if you wanted to try making a dragon scale scarf for yourself, I have a bit of advice for you. Get 4 times the amount of yarn that you think you need. It's a yarn hog of a pattern. I ended up going through like 4 skeins of my yarn to make one scarf with that particular stitch. Nope, I don't like that. Let's try that again. Oh, you know what we can do? Aha! Mirror tool. Okay. Oh. Okay. I was listening to TWRP featuring Dan Avidan, the track Black Swan, just now, and it took me until today to realize that the final lyric is, I don't have long. I always misheard that last bit. It's, I don't have long. Today I learned. By the way, if y'all have not heard of Kerala Dust, y'all need to listen to Kerala Dust. They've got some real good trippy tunes. Yeah, I feel like, well, they're not really in the same vein as Passion Pit. I'm trying to think of, like, who they would sound the most like. Because, like, the singer has such a smooth voice. It's like listening to a more mellow Tom Waits. It's how I would phrase it almost. Okay. A bit more of a challenge, but oh, I could leave that line there. Yeah, I'm just gonna mirror flip that just to make erasing this line a little bit easier. Yeah, anytime that I do live streams, it is the true embodiment of no Control Z challenge. Because Control Z confuses OBS and undoes a bunch more strokes than I wanted to. So I don't tend to use Control Z or the undo button when I'm drawing live. So yeah. Is it hard mode? Maybe for some people, but by this point it's just a force of habit. Hold on. Rather than erasing, I'm just going to change the angle here. There we go. Mooney, stay out of trouble. Thank you. He got antsy all of a sudden. I'm not sure why. Oh, it could be the neighbors are just being loud. They've been really loud the last couple of days. You might be asking, why am I freehanding all these lines for these presents? Why don't I just use the line tool? And to that, I say, I didn't think of doing that until you brought it up, but it's too late now, so I'm just going to freehand all these lines. Yeah. If there's any one thing that it is true about me, I have a very toxic voice in my head that sees a challenge and goes, challenge accepted, and then I just do it, and I'm like, well, I made a commitment. There we go. Why erase lines when you can just use the lasso tool to move them around? Oh. Okay, I want to make sure I'm not going to mess up the lines for this particular box, so... Okay. I erased more than I needed to. There we go. Not the layer I wanted. There we go. Much better. Okay. So I got that the way I wanted to. So we'll just go ahead and merge that down and keep moving. Oh, I don't need to draw the back line for that because Thomas's arm is going there. Okay, and before I start drawing the ribbons and stuff, I'm going to draw his arm. So making a new layer and changing the opacity of the one we were working in so that I know which layer I'm working on. Okay. If you're wondering what sweater Thomas is going to be wearing, he's probably going to be wearing the same one that he was in for the holiday special that I drew last month. So, which is actually a sweater that I own. Fun fact. By the way, if you have not heard of the band Siamese, I am definitely not pronouncing that right, but you need to listen to this band. It's Siame with an accent, S. Their tracks include Mr. Fear, which is what I'm listening to right now. Shuffle mode, y'all. That and No Lullaby have been songs that get stuck in my head the easiest. I'm trying to prevent tangents here. Let me make sure that's not going to look wonky. Okay. Let's fix that. That's better. We're going to change that. That finger doesn't look right. That's what she said. Okay, that's a bit better. Why am I using the eraser when I can use the lasso tool? Lasso tool! For more than just paint bucket shenanigans. You can also use it to erase things. Boop. Done. Okay. Better. With that, we'll turn the original ink working layer back to full opacity and merge the two. Excellent. All right. Now, crochet dragon scale stitch has a particular look to it, so that's why I'm not using a preset paintbrush for this. Oh, for this, I'm actually going to go into the sketch layer, make another layer above that, and just call it outline. Maybe we can like outline where this scarf will sit. Okay, 4, 5, okay. Okay. Now we have a general shape of where to fit the dragon scales for the tail of this scarf. Boop, boop. There we go. Now here's a nice thing about making my own clothes. Like, the dragon scale scarf, is that because I know how to make it, I'm pretty familiar with the pattern. So I actually know how to draw it in a comic space. Right now I'm just doing the general shape. I will be adding some detail here shortly, because there's a little detail that just occurred to me as I'm drawing these outlines that I'm like, oh, I should add that. Really drive home that it's like crocheted. Okay. Turn that outline layer off. At least this will add to the detail of it, but I don't want to get too caught up in it because it's not the main focus of the piece. Just to add some shape. There we go. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, yeah, I think I'm going to change my YouTube channel name so that, you know, it's more consistent with my Instagram and TikTok handles. And it'll stand out from the sea of other Kelseys that apparently exist on YouTube, whose name starts with a CI, which is phenomenally weird to me. I always grew up being the only one with a name spelled with CI. And then in my 20s, I started coming across more people for whom that was the spelling of their name. And I'm like, where have you been? Where have you been all my life? Yeah. When it comes to like family vacations, I never got the like kitschy souvenirs with the name engravings on them because none of them had my name on it. Not in the way that it was spelled. So I never bothered. Now, this is more modern clothes compared to what Thomas actually wears in the comic, but, you know, we're not asking for time period accuracy for these, like, seasonal rewards. We're just asking for what looks like fun. I do want to try something different with the background element, though. So let's draw some ribbons on these boxes before we get to the tree. Oh, let's save our progress real quick, actually. Sorry, 1 second. I have a chocolate chip cookie off screen. I use it to reward myself for morale so that I can keep working. Let's actually try this. Okay. The ultimate test of don't cause any line tangents. This is what's happening right now. Why redraw lines when you can just rotate them? For science. A little more purple for this one. Let's actually rotate the canvas just a smidge. Flip. Boop. Line correct. Okay. That did not work out as well as I hoped. So let's rotate the lines that we currently have. Oh, we might need to actually redraw this one. It's a little crooked. Nope. We're not gonna. We're good. Okay. Yep. That's all the ribbon lines. Marvelous. Now we're going to make another layer and we are going to say this is the tree. I debated having different colors for every background element back there, but no, what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to have a just overall gray line, eyeballing it to about 50%. Save our progress real quick. Right now, tree is its own separate layer, which is good. All right. Now for the experiment. Ooh. I just had an idea with how to approach the tinsel. Okay, let me make another layer just to test the tinsel idea. Okay. I think I'm gonna work with this one. No. Nope. I might have to fiddle around with the paintbrush textures. Oh, that should work. Change this to a more gold color. Yeah. Okay, it's a start. I'm not entirely sold on it yet, but we will see. There we go. Keep that line color consistent with what we've got for the border effect on the tinsel layer. Boop. Better idea, since we are dealing with a tree. A Christmas tree at that. Now for the actual decorations, we can use a smoother line. I was thinking about making them more like the taper candle string lights, but I think I'm just gonna do, you know, good old classic. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm not hearing Discord going off, that it's actually the song that I've got going on off screen at the moment. Okay, it's just the song going on off screen at the moment. We're fine. We're fine. I thought I was hearing notifications go off, and I'm like, but nope, we're fine. Ugh. Also, shout out to my buddy Ben Wright Human, aka BWH Comics, because he got accepted into AwesomeCon. Huzzah! That's really exciting. Very excited for him. AwesomeCon was a great time. I went back in 2018. Had a blast when I was there. Hoping that I could make it back this year. I don't think I submitted a table application, in full honesty. But I'm thinking about being in DC that particular weekend, because I want to celebrate that The Legend of Jamie Roberts Volume 2 is in print. We will see. Fingers crossed. We'll figure stuff out. Okay. So we got one string light, two string lights, correction. What? Now for the third. Oh, save our progress. You can tell I'm from Ohio because I go, whoop. I don't know why it's an Ohio thing, but it is. Hello, y'all hanging out in the chat with me. I see you. Thank you for tuning in. All right, we got our third string light going right now. So, here in a bit, I will ask you what colors you think the string lights should be, because I got 3 strands going right now. Obviously, one of them has to be like a rainbow, because there's always one string of lights that's multicolored on a Christmas tree, I feel like. Of course, that's not categorically true. Recently came across a YouTuber who was like, my Christmas trees were always blue because my father had a nostalgic recollection of blue Christmas tree lights. And I'm like, well, that's different. Hadn't thought of a blue Christmas tree before, or a Christmas tree with blue lights on it. But like, that's cool. Let's turn on that tinsel layer real quick. I can think of a way to improve the tinsel. Hold on. Rasterize, merge it down. Nope, that just makes it worse. Rather than hitting Control-Z multiple times, which is not part of this challenge, just gonna paintbrush color that in. Well, save our progress so far. We'll leave the tinsel there for the time being. Right now we're just still inking. All right. Oh, we need to make that black. No, not black, gray. Hold on. That particular kind of gray. That's better. Okay, here's what we've got so far for our January club exclusive phone background. Before we get to the coloring stage, we got to add a little bit of lighting effects because I kind of want this to pop. I tend to keep the phone backgrounds kind of flat, but this time I want there to be some like lighting effects. Okay. I just thought of something. Let's group those files together. Oh! There we go. Put the color flat layer under the ribbon layer, because ribbons are a separate thing. Oh, the things I'm keeping track of in this project, man. Alright, got this. Let's turn that pencil layer off. Okay. Oh, I need to bring up Thomas in the corner to sample his colors. We'll use this past page of The Legend of Jamie Roberts as a place to color sample for him. Because I don't want to accidentally put spoilers in the upper corner. Okay. What the heck? I just realized that there's this weird bubbling effect on my G key on the keyboard. That wasn't there before. That's worrisome. Oh, for folks who are tuning in for the first time, We're doing a little bit of 4D chess here for background music. So what I would encourage you to do is to open up a new tab, head to my YouTube channel, at Kelsey D, and check out the playlist called Studio Playlist. Turn that on and turn on shuffle mode, because that's what I have going in one of the tabs right now on my headphones. I did sound test earlier and OBS was not picking up on it. So, I mean, let me know if you can hear what's playing on my desktop, but I don't think you can. It looks like that channel is muted. But, you know, if something comes through, let me know. Still though, if you would like to listen to music while this is going on at the same time, check out my studio playlist on my YouTube channel. And just turn it on shuffle. There's like over 200 songs on that playlist, and it's, if you want an exercise in tonal whiplash, there you go. Oh, one thing I gotta do is turn that paper layer off. Okay. Hold on. He's got heterochromia. He's got two different color dyes. There's the blue. Okay. Yes, that's what that condition is called. It's heterochromia, when you have two different color dyes. It happens every once in a while. I met somebody who had heterochromia once. But her baby did not. Genes are weird. Okay. Now, my dragon scale scarf is actually like 3 or 4 different colors, so I think I'm going to do the same thing for Thomas here. Also, having the white of the paper turned off makes it easier to tell if I'm missing spots, particularly when working with like really pale colors like this one. Okay. A little bit more blue. Yes. These are the colors of my dragon scale scarf that I have here at home. This is kind of a teal, and then the like pale blue, and then like a kind of a darker blue. I'm doing it that way. Cycle back around. Oh. Correction. There we go. I forgot that I had a couple of weird remixes on this playlist. I'm listening to one of them right now. Oh, wait. Remove dust. That's better. That fills in all of the weird white gaps that I have. It catches most of them anyway. Much better. Oh, I missed a spot. There. Okay, so we got that. Oh, I gotta get the color of his sash. Very important to get the sash color correct. Okay. We'll use this other pass page from the legend to color sample. Color his pants real quick while we're here. Okay. Now for this sash. Okay. I'm probably going to have this piece be like an explosion of weird patterns, just FYI. Because I'm like, wait a second, I could put patterns on the wrapping paper of these gifts. Oh, it would be such an explosion of color. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I gotta ink his sweater. One second. Okay. Yep, that's the sweater he's gonna wear. I'm not apologizing. Okay, we're gonna use a wand tool, make this a little easier. Nope. Erase those lines, try that again. Also, kind of appropriate that he's wearing a dragon scale necklace, a dragon scale scarf, because there are dragons in this comic. I feel like that's appropriate. Okay. We got the zigzag there. We'll put it over here. Got that. And now wand tool on the sleeve so we can do the zigzag on the sleeve. Rotate. Save our progress so far. Bite of cookie. I don't know what that was. Okay. Gotta work with the curve of the fabric. Got the sweater. Now, should I have done those on a separate layer? Yes. Did I do that? No. This is going to be the tackiest thing ever, and I love it for it. Okay. Boop. Well, I hope this is entertaining for folks. At the very least. There we go. Okay. Because I don't remember what shade of... It's not a shade of black, it's a shade of gray. It's like 90% gray. Color samples. There we go. I'm really tempted to sing along with this track that I'm listening to right now, but I don't want to subject y'all to my singing voice. But it's very catchy. Well, it's catchy by my standards. My definition of catchy and other people's definition of catchy are different. Fill in that spot. So many spots to fill. Okay. We're off to a good start. Good start. We're already like partway through the coloring phase. You know, I told myself that I would do lighting effects first, and then I did not do that. Oops. That's fine. This is fine. You gotta do colors anyway, so. Ooh. Okay. Color of the tree. We're gonna do kind of washed out colors for the background here, because we want to keep the focus on Thomas and the presence here. Get a more pale brown for that. Didn't do what I wanted it to. There. Okay. Now we're at the Christmas lights. So if you have suggestions for what color the Christmas lights should be, feel free to let me know. Save our progress so far. Today's tea is another sample of decaf Earl Grey with honey at the bottom. I need to wash this mug. I am looking at this at a different angle to show off what's on the front of it, and I need to wash this mug. Oh, diddly dare. It's fine. I got 70 other mugs. We have an entire cabinet of mugs. Karaoke stream? Maybe for charity. I would maybe do it for charity. Would not want to subject you to that. Okay, this we're gonna do actually kind of a striped effect. No. There we go. Had to reduce the area scaling to 0 so it wouldn't do that weird chippy thing that it was doing. We're going to just keep the, because the paint bucket tool, I usually have the area scaling on the left-hand side here at like 10 to cover in as much gap as possible. But since we're getting real nitty-gritty details here, we're going to have area scaling at 0. That way it doesn't bleed into other colors. Okay. I was thinking about having that bow be red, but white. White with red accents. Better. Have a kind of a peppermint look to it. Use the wand tool to select the areas we want to color in. Okay. I'm save scumming a lot, but better to save frequently than to save only once and have that be it. Particularly when having as many computer programs up as I do right now with this old of a laptop. Okay. I think that first string light is going to be rainbow. Ooh, area scaling 5. Just to make sure that we cover any gaps. Just kind of move around the color wheel. Fill in these gaps here. And use Y to fill in all the rest. Much better. Okay, we got that rainbow chain up there. I forgot I had some African tunes on this playlist. The studio playlist. Yeah. Because right now I'm playing Fatoumata Diawara, if I'm reading that correctly. Highly recommend, by the way. Good stuff. Very colorful as well. I love the colors in this music video. In case you've ever wondered, hey, Kelsey, what inspires you to make the kind of patterns that you do? It's stuff like Fatoumata Diawara here. Okay. Mm-mm. Okay. Now, white lights are hardly ever straight white. There's usually some kind of iridescent blue to them. Or even a iridescent white. There we go. That's why I'm going to have these kind of whitish. Okay. Those are going to be more straight blue, I think. Okay. ornament can be just... we'll do like a kind of a solid goldish. Not too detailed. Yeah, so we got the tree. Back to Thomas, because we're going to do the presents. I'm going to figure out a game plan for those presents. Ahoy! Hello, Delos. Happy to have you join us in this stream. Okay, so we're going to be making this as tacky as we possibly can. So I'm going to incorporate like wrapping paper patterns on these boxes because I want this to be colorful. Because it's only fitting. I feel like it's only fitting that these phone wallpapers be as colorful and bright as possible. Because that's what this is. This is going to be a phone wallpaper for folks to download. Okay. Whew. Having some tea first. I feel like I've not been talking as much this stream as previous streams, but that could be because I have the studio playlist playing on a different tab right now. Y'all can't hear it because I have the desktop audio muted on OBS, but I do have the playlist going at the moment to kind of help fill in the gaps for me. Hopefully you have the studio playlist on my channel going in a different tab to help fill in the silences for you as well. Because I've been encouraging that throughout this stream. Just encouraging you to open up another tab, head to my YouTube profile and check out the studio playlist and just hit random on that and just let the tonal asynchronicity slap you across the face. Tonal whiplash, as it were. Oh, see, I was just listening to a song about, it was the anti-sea shanty, and now it's 9 Inch Nails. That's the kind of thing that happens when you put on my studio playlist and you hit the randomize button. So, be prepared for that. Okay, now, for the patterns, I think... For the presents are going to have to be treated as a separate thing. Yeah, we're going to have to put them in their own layer category. Okay, we got that working. Let's color the ribbons first. That will help us determine what weird tacky patterns we want to incorporate. It would help if I could keep the layers straight. There we go. Okay, I asked this in the previous live stream, but I'll go ahead and ask it here. How was everybody's New Year's? Hopefully they were safe and healthy. For my part, I went down to Florida to visit some family and had a great time while I was there. It was only for a couple of days, so the gender police did not catch on to me while I was down there. Still, it was a good time visiting family. And... got to take advantage of the hot tub while I was down there. Oh my god, I need the hot tub more often. Lordy. Yeah, it was just a great trip overall. It is really nice to return to the studio though, I gotta be honest. Because I did miss drawing stuff. What, live or otherwise. Like, I really did miss drawing stuff. Particularly Jamie, Thomas, and Daniel. I can't help it. I love these little dorks so much. Very excited for this next leg of The Legend of Jamie Roberts, by the way. Chapter 9 and Chapter 10 are going to be some interesting world building stuff. Okay, so we got the ribbons. Huzzah. Okay, now for the wrapping papers. For this, we're just going to use our wand tools to select the areas that we're working in. We're going to do one thing at a time here. Okay. Hold on, I'm going to utilize the color wheel for a second. What is the split complement of this particular teal? Or blue-green? Is that blue-green? It's blue-green. Okay. The split complements are green, blue, and green. Okay. So let's do a kind of a pale green. Whoop. Okay. And put on our brush patterns here. What pattern do we want to work with today for this one? Ooh, notches. Okay, for this we're actually going to use our wand tool and only select 2 front faces rather than 3. There we go. I can't change the color of that, can I? It's just going to be consistently black. Okay. That's fine. Oh, Carlos, maybe you heard this part, maybe you did not, but my buddy Ben Right Human, you met him at Small Press Expo. He got accepted into AwesomeCon this year. So we are figuring out AwesomeCon plans now. Huzzah. And that's present number 1. Okay. Now for the next present up. I'm just going to do the flat colors first before we figure out a pattern. Now that is violet blue. Split complement of violet blue is blue and blue violet. Let's do blue. Just regular blue. A little paler. Yes. That works. Now for the pattern. Oh, catching up on comments. My new year was uneventful. I think they sell inflatable hot tubs. Maybe it'll fit your porch. I don't want to test that. I also don't want to test what would happen if an inflatable hot tub fails because we're on the 3rd floor and we like our downstairs neighbors. Appreciate the thought though. But I mean, we have a pool at this apartment building, so I'm not too fussed about, you know, lacking a hot tub. I'll find out ways to get a hot tub in at some point. I'm probably going to be traveling around a lot more. Yeah, because I see the Lowe's being like, oh, nice. I should be at 2/3 of AwesomeCon because a small comic show is happening on the Saturday of AwesomeCon in Richmond. Oh, I did not know that. I would like to hear more details about this little comic show. Is it Richard Zine Fest? Or Richmond Zine Fest? I thought that already happened. I was under the impression that Zine Fest or like Richmond Zine Fest is usually towards like the end of a year rather than the start. Let me know if I'm wrong though. Yeah. I feel like I mentioned this last stream, but I am looking to do, while it's fewer shows, doing more big shows. So like rather than doing a whole bunch of local and regional things, doing more of the big shows, but doing less of them. So like, rather than like 4 shows in a given month, maybe do like 1 show in a 3-month period, but it's like a big one. It's kind of where I'm leaning. Okay. This is a kind of a red violet, it looks like. So the split complement would be violet and violet red. Let's do just a straight violet. I don't like that. Let's make it a little paler. That's better. Okay. Now for the pattern. Ooh, you know what? I'm going to do kind of a marbling effect for this. Okay, we're going to make this a big brush size. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Okay. Okay, this next one's kind of a reddish, or like a reddish orange, looks like. Okay. Let's do orange for that one. Okay. I'm going to use a pattern brush for this next one. Now I just got to pick out which one I want to work with. I'm going to use paw prints. Okay. Well, I have an idea. Okay. Because we have the paw prints on their own layer, we're going to lock those pixels and use a straight up pen to color that in. Because I forgot when I made that particular brush, the way that I customized that brush, it doesn't fill in with color. I'm going to have to figure out a way to fix that. But there we go. Okay, and then we are going to reduce the opacity to 50%. Maybe? Number lock? There we go. The numbers were not locking. Call that pause. That way if I decide that I don't like the pause after all, I could just turn it off. I like them though. I'll leave them there for now. Comic Arts Richmond. Okay, that is one that I have heard of. So I'm catching up on comments right now. Yeah, I've heard of Comic Arts Richmond. I haven't been there yet. But if they're still accepting applications, I might just submit one. We'll see. Hold on, I'm gonna cook it. Also, thank you for sending that, Los. Los just sent me info about it. Thank you. Okay. Because I do want to travel around more for 2024. Like, I'm going to have to mask up, obviously, but I still want to travel around more this year. I'm very excited. I have so many exciting plans for 2024, y'all. I talked about them a little bit in the previous live stream if you want to check that out, but there's just a lot. There's a lot that I want to do. Okay, so yellow. Let's do Let's do kind of a yellow-orange, because I don't want to do green. I don't want it to recede into the same color as the tree. So we'll do a kind of a yellow-orange. Yes. Okay. And for this, we're going to do stripes. And something that is not ugly brown. This is why we use the wand tool to select the areas that we are painting in. Because then I can go outside the lines and it's not going to affect anything. Huzzah! And now for this next one. Kind of a blue-green. We'll do green-blue. Or blue. Just more straight blue. Yes. And for this, oh, I have an idea for this. Paler blue here. We're gonna have to zoom in for this next part. Something soothing about making patterns. Love making patterns. If you're a part of the fan clubs, the zine is going to feature like 3 or 4 pages of just straight patterns that I drew for The Legend of Jamie Roberts for tapestries and stuff. I just love making patterns. I can't help it. But more importantly, I like to freehand patterns. I don't necessarily like to like make templates of them. Okay. For this, I'm going to need to rotate the canvas, so let's do that. Nope. There we go. Use the eraser for this. Oops. Da-ba-da-ba. Easy enough fix. Okay. And we got those. Okay, I'm gonna flip the canvas for that one. For anybody who might be curious or is listening along on the studio playlist, I am currently listening to Yasmin Williams at the moment. Highly recommend her. She's got real good finger picking guitar skills. She actually did a bit for NPR at one point. Work with me. There we go. Sorry, Clip Studio was having a little bit of a fit. We got it. We're fine. Whoop. Okay. And that is all of the presents. Yes! Yes! The patterns! They're so tacky! There's so many! I love them! Oh, I was going to add a pattern onto that last blue one, but I think it's fine the way it is. No, it's not fine. I'm going to add a pattern. I'm adding a pattern to it. Yes! Let's go to the pattern brush. See what we can find. That'd be really good for this. Ooh, I forgot that I had this one. Shrink that down a bit, actually. Back when I had a personal project called Kitties by Kelsey, I made a whole bunch of custom brushes for that project, and that included cat faces. Okay. Got it. And now we have that. Okay, so I feel like the playlist is playing this song twice. Catching up on comments. Applications for Comic Arts Richmond open till the 21st for anyone who wants to. Appreciate you, Los. There's 90 Star Trek vibe to the patterns. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun making these patterns. I love tacky patterns. They're just so fun to make. All right. Now let's do color background. I think the background is going to be a gradient. I just don't know what gradient I want it to be. Maybe a kind of a paler blue and a more neutral green. Let's try that. Oh, let's invert that. Okay. That'll work. I think that'll work. Hold on, I'm leaning back, testing. Okay. What if we did a red, though? Like a kind of a neutral reddish. I feel like that pops more. We'll do that. The things that you do when you're making art. Lean back. Okay. So we got our color flats done. Now we can do some lighting effects. For that, though, we're going to need to turn some layers off, I think. Save our progress. Very important to save your progress, kids. You know, it just occurred to me I have two other things that I wanted to draw this live stream, so I might just call it here for now for this one and start working on the next one. And the finished piece then will be available for club members to download. So I'm going to pause it here for now, and I'm going to hop on over to this one because this was the other phone wallpaper that I wanted to draw. You might be noticing a theme, which is winter wear, featuring the characters of The Legend of Jamie Roberts. Now, this one's going to be a lot more straightforward, but I still want to incorporate some tacky patterns here. And maybe have like a snowfall background happening. We'll see. Well, I have an idea for how to approach the snowfall background. Yeah, the playlist is repeating itself. Hold on a sec. Because I'm like, I definitely heard this song like 10 minutes ago. Oh yeah, it's repeating itself. Hold on. Sometimes whenever you hit shuffle on YouTube related playlists, it starts tracking the same songs, the same 3 songs on repeat. So you kind of have to break the chain a little bit, which is what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to break the chain and hop over to this track. By the way, if you have not heard Saint Motel, you need to listen to Saint Motel. They're so good. I have their song My Type on the studio playlist, and also A Good Song Never Dies. Both of them are very good. Give them a listen. Alrighty. Let's get to Daniel, our sweet boy. Taking a break from Thomas. I'm drawing Daniel. Jamie is going to be our desktop wallpaper for club members. We'll get to that when we get to that. We're going to be streaming for a little while, methinks, because last stream was like nearly 3 hours long, but we were basically working on a comic from like start to finish, or at least from start to inks. Yeah, the inking of that one took a while because there was a lot of perspective and crowd scenes. Boof. Worth it. Turned out great. But yeah, it was a lot of work. Okay, here's my problem with Saint Motel, though. I love them so much that I want to sing along with them, but I don't want to subject you to my singing. Not unless it's for charity, like a karaoke stream would be. I'm giving serious thought to doing a karaoke stream just for charity purposes. Or maybe even doing, there's this thing that's an occasional minigame on Dropout TV. It's been featured on Game Changer and Make Some Noise, which is called, it's a version of karaoke, but instead of actually singing along with karaoke, you are making up the lyrics. It's improvised musical shenanigans. And there's a little part of me that kind of wants to try that. I don't know, though. We'll see. Because I do improvise music a lot. Okay. Fuzzy earmuffs. Because, of course, Daniel would be the one to wear fuzzy earmuffs, I think. Jamie would be like, I need to hear things. And Daniel would be like, I just need to see things. I don't need to hear people. Also, Caravan Palace is another band that y'all should be listening to. I forgot how much of Caravan Palace is on this playlist. There's an absurd amount of Caravan Palace on this studio playlist. Okay. I'm going to flip the canvas for this one. Okay. But yeah, I'll try for Comic Arts Richmond. If I get accepted, then cool. That'll give me an excuse to go with Ben for Awesome Con weekend. But we'll see. We'll see. Ooh. Also, I don't think I've been to Comic Arts Richmond. No, I have not been to Comic Arts Richmond before, so that'll be a new one for me. Okay, Daniel's not going to get a... Or maybe he will. Maybe he'll get a dragon scale scarf as well. He's going to get a dragon scale scarf as well, I've decided. Executive decision. I think they're cool. The thing about the dragon scale scarves, though, is that they can't, like, do the alternating, or at least mine did not do the kind of, like, alternating that's like this. My dragon scale scarf does not do that. It does this. So, yeah. And I'm basing this off of the dragon scale scarf that I made. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can see that in tomorrow's video. Because I'm dropping a new video tomorrow. I'm very excited about it. I am going to rotate the canvas for these next scales. Because they're getting a little too jagged. Yeah, I'm going to round out those tips. That sounds inappropriate, but I swear it's not. I'm talking about dragon scale crochet. Because this is a crochet pattern, by the way. I know a lot about crochet, like a kind of an absurd amount. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers. So we're just gonna erase that one. We're gonna... There. That's better. Because dragon scale stitch and crochet is a lot more rounded than it is pointy. Again, if you want to crochet that, my recommendation is to get 4 times as much yarn as you think you need. Or at least minimum twice as much as you think you need. The pattern is a yarn hog. I went through 4 skeins just to make 1 scarf in this particular stitch. It takes a lot. Okay. Rotate back around. Because we're getting to the cuff here. Yeah, perfect. Okay. And that's the other side of the scarf there. I mean, I'll draw the little, like, puff breath cloud, but I might change the line art of that. Yeah, I think I'm going to change the liner to that. Lock the pixels. Lock the pixels! We're changing the colors, y'all! There we go. Unlock it! We're done. We're not done, but we're done recoloring those lines. Okay. Okay. I have a particular fall in mind for these, so... Okay. Nah, it's too long. Better. Also, Los, don't feel like you have to stick around if I'm impeding on any wrestling live streams. Because I saw on Instagram that you were very excited about New Japan Wrestling, I think it was. I am probably saying that wrong. Wrestling is not my scene. It is very much yours. But if I'm getting in the way of that, do not let me get in the way of that. Watch your wrestling. Hopefully I'm not getting in the way of that, though. I don't think I am, but... yeah. Because, like, streaming on Thursdays is a new time slot for me. I'm still getting used to... I mean, I just implemented the schedule this week, so it's not that I'm just getting used to it. It's that I just set it. I'll go ahead and let y'all know now I won't be able to stream every Tuesday. I forgot that there are some Tuesdays that I will be out of the office in the usual streaming time slot. Like I have a meeting in a couple of weeks that is happening IRL. I won't be able to stream that day because the meeting is happening in the same time slot as when I usually stream. And the last Tuesday of the month, I will not be streaming. Just moving forward, don't anticipate me to stream on the last Tuesday of the month. Because there's another thing that I got going on those Tuesdays. While it doesn't happen in the same time slot, it does involve people. I don't want to be peopled out. You know what I mean? So, just to, take care of myself, I'm going to not stream on the last Tuesdays of the month. Thursdays, though, pretty much fair game. The only time that I foresee that being an issue is convention weekends, particularly if I am traveling to DC or something. Or traveling somewhere by train, because I will need to, pen jibbled. But yeah, I'll need to take a train, and the trains usually leave Thursday nights. So. But I don't see that happening until, like, March, maybe. Or, like, April. Probably April. Depends on if I hear back from C2E2, because I applied to be an artist in the Artist Alley at C2E2. Haven't heard back yet. Hopefully it's a yes. I think I need to do a canvas flip on this for a second. Yeah, I'm going to do a canvas flip real quick. Okay, I think I see what the problem is. I hesitate to say murder your darlings in this situation because I don't consider that darling. It's just more, I need to delete that so that I can make this the best iteration that I can. Oh, I missed a line there. That's why that is the way that it is. Lock pixels again. Lock pixels again! Okay, we fixed it. Unlock the pixels! Okay. See, this is why I don't do Control Z whenever I'm live streaming, because stuff like that happens. I just hit one button and it undid all of that work. Okay. So what happens when I run OBS and Clip Studio Paint at the same time? Like every time. Okay. Okay. I'm going to redraw those as soon as I can zoom in. Come on, Clip Studio. I believe in you. There we go. Okay, just making sure that the mug warmer was working as intended. For some reason, Anxiety Brain decided to be like, it's not keeping your mug warm. And I'm like, yes, it is. The blue light is on. Brain is dumb sometimes. Okay. That's better. Round that out a bit. Oh no, that makes a tangent. I don't like that. Okay. Okay. That's better. Now we're going to save our progress. And then we're going to give it a second. Because that was a lot. That was a lot that we added just now. Okay. Okay. Oh, my mouse just appeared for a second. I was like, ah! We're fine. We're fine. No. We're going to need to draw pockets. Pantses with pockets. That line did not fall where I wanted it to. So I'm going to erase that. That's better. Oh, Clip Studio is now acting slow. No idea why, but okay. I'm going to close out Thomas, see if that helps. Not really. All right. That's better. I don't like how Clip Studio will decide to just... trying to think of the right word for this, but like jitter? Because then it makes all of my lines unstable, and I don't like unstable lines. Little aglets there for the belt loops. I think he should wear mittens. Okay, so we got that inked in. I'm going to actually change the angle of the arm here. Oh, turning off that pencil layer actually really improved things. Okay. I probably should have cut and pasted that, and then I did not. The things I do to myself while working on art. Okay. That's better. I think it looks better. Yeah. That's good. Okay, so let's do color flats on Daniel real quick. Okay, then I got a color sample for him again because he's got set colors. So, boop. Oh, nope, wearing mittens. Can't forget those mittens. Another thing we can do, turn that paper layer off. That way, we can fill in things with white. Because we're going to be doing some background stuff, and I don't want to accidentally do like a fill all things on the background layer, and suddenly his eyes, the whites of his eyes, turn into the background colors. I've had that happen before. It's weird. Okay. Oh, area scaling back to 10 for a bit. Okay, that'll fill in any white spots. I was thinking about making those different color scales, but I don't think I'm going to. Bring Thomas up in the corner. We will sample his scarf. Okay. Oh, I forgot to add the little divots for the scales. I better do that now. Oh, I added a I was suggested a new square for live stream bingo, which is why do I do this to myself? So we're going to be adding that to the bingo card when we actually make the bingo cards. I'll try to get those out for free download at the end of the month. I promise. Hold me to it, y'all. Okay. It's kind of meditative after a point. Mm-hmm. Who here is still listening to Lil Nas X and the year of our Lord 2024? Well, everybody else is Lord, not necessarily mine, but you know what I mean. Who here is still listening to Lil Nas X? Because that's me. I can't help it. He's good. Again, I will consider doing a karaoke live stream for charity. I don't know what charity yet. Probably Trans Ohio, considering there's a lot of crap happening to the trans community in Ohio. And Trans Ohio is one of the few organizations I've come across that is exclusively for the trans community in Ohio. But we'll see. One thing I would really like to do, and I realize this is more live streaming or more video stuff, but one thing I would really like to do is have one-on-one chats with artists as a Featured Artist Friday type deal. Like one-on-one interviews, like what I did with the creators for the holiday pop-up shop a few months ago. Like, I would like to do stuff like that, but have it be a feature where on Fridays I talk with a particular artist about their craft. Because I think that would be a cool little feature. Until I can arrange some interviews to happen, what I'm going to do instead is go onto Instagram and feature artists whom I like on my stories. So follow my Instagram at KelseyDComics to keep tabs on that. Again, I am considering doing a YouTube channel name change. Rather than keeping it at Kelsey D, calling it Kelsey D Comics. That way, it's the same name on Instagram and TikTok, and also helps me stand out from other people who might have similar usernames on YouTube. I'm giving it some serious thought. That's part of that. Part of the scarf. I think I only did 3 colors. Yeah. Make sure any space is filled. And of course, when I get to the desktop art, the desktop wallpaper art, of course, Jamie's going to have a dragon scale scarf. Assuming that you can see Jamie, the thumbnail sketch that I did for that one, Jamie's actually kind of small compared to the other thing that takes up the majority of the attention on the screen. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Just keeping it to like 5 rows of each color. There we go. That fills in all of the little white gaps that I missed. Marvelous. And his earmuffs are going to be pink because I say so. And also, he does not mind that they are pink. There we go. Okay. Save our progress before we continue. And I'm going to have a bite of cookie in a second. We've been going for like 2 hours and 15 minutes without a pause. Let me catch up on comments real quick. Why do I do this to myself? Drawing crowds. Exactly. Yeah, that was me. Previous stream. Want me to load up my scouter and check some creators' power levels? I mean, they don't have to be over 9,000. Just, I rely on your best judgment. If they are powerful enough for Featured Artist Friday, absolutely let me know what pops up on your radar, because I do not have my radar out of the box. I actually don't. Hold on. I showed this off in a short because I wanted to do Vlogmas as shorts, and I'll get to that in a second, but I actually have a scouter in its box. Shout out to my brother-in-law for gifting me this for Christmas one year. I love it. I love it so much. But I'm leaving it in its box because I didn't want to take it out of this box. So, yeah. I'm going to take a break from drawing for a second. Because I'm gonna finish telling what happened with, I'm glad that made you laugh. So, yeah, I wanted to do Vlogmas this year. Or I wanted to do Vlogmas last month. But the problem was I got sick. So after day 3, I was like, I physically cannot do anything. I am just going to lay here and be sick. So I just laid and got sick. And then after that, I was like, well, it's holiday break, so I'm not even going to bother. So I just didn't bother. I'm probably not going to do Vlogmas for 2024, just full disclosure. Oh, comment. I've seen people try to use that scanner from that particular box, but it isn't exactly designed for adult head size. No, it is not. No, it is not. No, it's designed for kids. Okay, I'm going to pause my music playlist that I've got going on in the other tab, and I'm going to take a break. Hold on one second. Excuse me, sorry. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to get up and stretch and make some more hot water for tea. So, with that, I think now is a good time. If you haven't got up to stretch your legs yet or get water, get up and stretch and get some water. I will be back in about 5 minutes, and then we will get back to inking or coloring Daniel here. Alrighty. Back in 5. So this thought just came to me while I'm waiting for the tea kettle to get ready. Because I talk about my cats a lot, and sometimes they make appearances on live streams, but not always. What if... I'm almost taking the same pose as Daniel here. Yeah. Anyway, what if I paid more of the cat tax by posting cat pics on Instagram? Because, like, admittedly, I'm only really posting on Instagram twice, maybe 3 times a week currently. Because really what I'm using Instagram for is another outlet to post YouTube shorts. Same with TikTok. TikTok is also my other outlet for posting YouTube shorts. The shorts that I post on Mondays and Wednesdays. And then doing the Featured Artist Fridays on Instagram, showing off artists that I like on stories. But in between those things, I might just pay the pet tax and post cat photos on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Possibly, because I'm already taking like 1,000,001 cat photos and sending them to Alex while she's at work. For morale! So... I might just do the same thing and just post cat photos on Instagram for morale for all the rest of y'all. Let me know if that's something that you would like to see. Because, like, I'm only going to do it if there's, like, an interest in it. I'm going to get my tea. I'll be right back. Okay, got the tea steeping. Okay. I am kind of leaning towards wrapping this stream up at 9 o'clock, if only because I still gotta eat. And I know what it is that I want to have for dinner, so it does require some prep work, though. Probably just gonna do some, like, homemade fries with some, seasoning on top. But, like, a big old batch because we have, like... enormous honkin' russet potatoes. It's fine. Alright. Back to coloring Thomas. Okay. So I think I'm gonna have the same kind of plaid pants that he had in the holiday special. So I'm gonna pull up the holiday special in another window in a second. Okay. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. I am listening to a very catchy song right now. Okay. Oh, he was wearing suspenders. He's not gonna wear it here. Okay. Maybe he stole Thomas's plaid pants. I think I'm gonna do that instead. There we go. I think that's funnier and also kind of true to the character. Because he absolutely would steal Thomas's clothes if given the chance. Because they're almost the same size. Cool. Or at least something similar. Yeah. I forgot that I had this song in my playlist. I have not heard this in a while. In case you're wondering why I have some confusion, there's a song on the studio playlist that I completely forgot that I had on here. It's Daniel Kahn and the Painted Bird singing March of the Jobless Corpse, which you want to talk about something that's like, we live in a society, and is very, like, you know, of the anti-capitalist times. Listen to that track. It is on the studio playlist. I forgot that it was on there. But it's on there. And it just popped up because I have shuffle on, and I'm like, I forgot that was there. Because there's accordion and some very unique instrument choices. So I'll just leave it at that. What brush did I use for that? Nope. Seriously, what did I use to make that texture? I do not remember now. We're just going to use that one. There we go. Fill in some gaps here and there. And for the mittens, I think we'll do kind of a blue. Possibly. Hold on. Color wheel consultation. Yeah, we'll do blue. Because there's compliments and split compliments happening right now. Darker blue. And then we'll add patterns on top of that, because that shade of blue that I had a second ago made him look frostbitten, and I'm like, that's not the goal. Okay. Colorful mittens are colorful. Little puff cloud. And now for the background. We're going to do a gradient again. It's just a matter of which one. What colors we're working with. Oh. Okay. I want to add snow effects though, so that's going to have to be a darker blue. This ought to do it. Yes! Okay. Hey. Oh! Catch up on comments. Can we get a Steamboat Willie stream in the future? I know why you're asking that, because that fell into public domain at some point. That might be like a little segment to play on breaks. Full disclosure. If I can find it. But we'll see. That is very funny to me that fell into public domain, though, because Disney has been such sticklers for copyright because they don't want their stuff falling into public domain. So that's very funny to me. Okay, so we got the background snow. Now, foreground snow. Let's add a little edge effect to this. Let's actually reduce the opacity on the background snow. Yes, that helps. If you want an idea of what my favorite song in the world is, Bree Bree, Bree Bree. Check off the bingo card, Bree Bree scratching the walls. Come here, baby. You want up in my lap? Oh, yep. The scritchy hand has summoned her. Maybe? You want up in my lap, baby? This usually summons her. Come here. Do you need me to give you scoopins? Do you need me to give you scoopins, baby? There she is. Hello. We can now pay the pet tax. We have a Bree Bree. Yeah. She has decided to join us for a little bit. Yeah. She loves cuddles. Catching up on comments. Steamboat Willie versus Jamie Roberts. More like Steamboat Willie versus Captain O'Malley, because Captain O'Malley would be the one to attack Steamboat Willie. Can his steamboat outrun a pirate ship? Probably not. Depends on the tailwind, though. The headwind and the tailwind depends on on how fast the winds are blowing. Because the pirate ship runs off of the wind. The steamboat is not reliant on wind for speed. But steamboats are not particularly fast. Baby, I was giving you patterns. Hold on, I know something that'll help, so. I know something that'll help with Bribber's agitation. I am almost done with this piece, bubby. Oh no, that went under the oven. I am so sorry. Hold on. Wah. There you go. Honey, I just... Here. I have discovered that she can be distracted with chicken treats. So anytime that she gets really antsy, I just like chuck them across the room and let her chase it. Because she is the huntress of the cat family, and she needs to engage her hunter's instincts. Yes, baby. I hear you. Here, have. That's not where it landed. Of course, she is 17 years old and blind as a bat, so she can just elect to not see particular treats. There you go. think I'll add a little bit of blush on Daniel. It just occurred to me. A little bit of a soft there. Not that color, though. Hold on. Nope. It needs to be redder. That's a bit better. Cute.
Yes, and you are cute too, Bri. Yes. Yes, you are. You are very cute. Much toot. Very cute. Would you like to get up in my lap, baby?
She's done chasing treats. Who wouldn't be distracted by a chicken treat? Mooney? Mooney surprisingly does not like chicken treats.
Bri. Here.
There we go. She chased after that one. Yeah, Mooney actually will not chase after chicken treats that are chucked across the room. That is entirely Bri's MO. Alright, so we got Daniel just about done here. All that's left is the lighting effects. I think for that we'll actually save that for a different stream. Or at least we'll save that for the finished iteration that fan club members are going to get. Let us get to this, which is the Jamie desktop wallpaper that I wanted to draw. For this one, I'm actually going to do a trick that I used for a different project, which is we're going to make a tree layer. We're going to turn on black edges. We're going to use our where is it? There we are. The Bit Husky India ink brush tip. Get some brown paint. Yep, that's what we want. Okay, and we are going to color our tree with this method. Because it makes this like really woody kind of effect, which I really, really like. I learned this working on a different project entirely, and I did the live stream for that one. It's the birds with scarves, which, by the way, that got a prize from the Toledo Arts Commission, and it got made into some public art to decorate signal boxes in downtown Toledo. So if you go to downtown Toledo, I need to remember which intersection it's at, but there's one intersection that will have those birds with scarves. And that was drawn by me. So that's really exciting that, you know, my art got picked up by the Arts Commission of Toledo like that. That's pretty cool. See, I really like this effect with the trees. It doesn't it make it feel like wood? I love it. I love it. I'm so glad that I came across this little trick while working on that piece. Congrats on the signal art. Thank you. I'm very excited about it. We had a public reception for it and everything. It was also like, mine was the most whimsical one because everybody else was like pretty straightforward. There was one that was actually kind of a miniature building with graffiti on it, which I thought that was really cool. Really cool trompe l'oeil stuff right there. But mine was the only one with birds with scarves. And there were a couple of artists that looked at it and they were like, I was thinking about doing that, and then my partner convinced me to not do it. And I'm like, but I got to do it because nobody told me no. I'm glad nobody told me no. It was great. we'll probably make another layer on top of this one to get more depth of lines, because I'm looking at the sketch right now and there's some like depth lines here, but we'll get to there when we get to there. Till I can get to that point, I'm just going to have the brush strokes kind of indicate to me the general shape and what's forward and what's not. Oh, for members of the art club, the this month's zine is going to feature a sketch that I drew when I was down in Florida, because there was a 102-year-old tree that I came across while I was down there, and it became a 2-page sketchbook spread, and that's going to be in the zine club zine for this month, so keep your eyes out for that. Actually, I think I might just end that there. Give kind of the impression that like this tree has been around for a while and some branches have just fallen off in storms, etc. Okay. Our tree so far. This is going to be set in winter, so we're not going to worry too much about like the placement of the leaves, etc. It's looking good so far, I think. Oh, catching up on comments. I entered one of their Signal Boss call for artists before, but didn't get in. Turned the artwork I made for it to a pencil pouch. Still a win. I mean, anything that doesn't win a prize, you can absolutely use the art for other things. Glad to hear that you were able to repurpose it for other stuff. It's like, I'm trying to remember if there's been any pieces that I've submitted for like a contest, but then they didn't get anything and I ended up using them for something else. I've definitely used contest prompts as prompts for my own projects and just never submitted it into the contests. I've definitely done that before. Another reason to really like this particular brush technique, I don't have to get the colors solid. It gives me this like really scratchy, woody quality, which I really like. Any imperfections can also be built upon as like, oh, that's just a knob. Oh, something else. That just occurred to me. I could make this a little paler shade of brown to imply depth. That's something else I could do. Just give that a try.
happened just now?
I might have to wrap it up early just to handle my baby, y'all. To handle the fur baby, I should say. Be real specific there. Ooh, while I'm thinking about it, hold on. If we turn that texture density to 100, what does that do? That was not the one that got jiggled last time. There we go. Okay. Okay, we'll leave that for the hills for now. Back to the tree. Sorry, I had an idea and I had to get it down. Okay. It's coming along. With trees, you don't want straight lines. You want it to be messy. Because trees themselves do not necessarily grow in a straight line. They're just like, wherever I can get my leaves to absorb the sun. Even if it has to compete with its own branches to get to that point. If we paint very carefully, we don't have to break those lines. Because we have that border effect going, it makes its own outline for us. This will glow even paler. You don't necessarily have to go darker to imply depth. You can also, especially in a winter landscape, make it pale. Oh, there's a Moony Boy. I wonder if I can get the Moony Boy on camera. Oh, fur baby time. Yes. Way to branch out. Yes. Catching up on comments. Yes. Good puns. Dad jokes. Check that off of this bingo card. Imply that that's a kind of a broken stump there. Okay. We'll leave the tree there for now. I like it. Save our progress. Very important to save our progress.
Oh. Oh, I'm going to scoop the little lad because otherwise he is going to tackle Bree. Look at this noodle. This noodle of a boy. Cat tax. The prince has given us a visit. Mm-hmm.
Noodle, noodle, noodle.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hold on. Getting tangled up in the cords, baby. There we go. Oh, a fun fact, because No Lullaby by Siamese is playing in the background for me right now. One of the characters that or one of the beasts that the two main characters come across on their journey back home was the point of inspiration for a cat in the Cat's sketchbook that's coming out next week. Keep tabs on that. Alrighty, so we got that. So Jamie is going to be their own folder. Inks. I need to sketch them in though. Nice thing about working in layers. Can move Jamie around as needed. I'm giving them my winter boots. Fun fact. Their winter outfit does not protect their upper arms. That's the only problem. Okay, we got Jamie roughed out at the bottom of the tree. Gotta figure out the best placement. And the playlist has looped around again. Because I definitely heard this at the top of the day. That actually might be a good place to stop the stream for now because it is now 9 o'clock. I need to eat dinner. We've been going for about 3 hours. Yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap up the stream there. So, post-stream announcement stuff. I want to go ahead and throw out that there is an upcoming Tuesday that I will not be able to stream. Let me double check the date exactly to let you know. Also, the last Tuesdays of the month, I will not be streaming. Just a heads up. So, it's not next week, but the week after. January 16th, there will not be a Tuesday live stream that day. So, consume nutrients. Yes, absolutely going to consume nutrients. Thank you, my dudes. Yeah, so no live stream January 16th, but still streaming Tuesdays and Thursdays. At 6 o'clock Eastern Standard. And I'm going to be doing YouTube Shorts Mondays and Wednesdays. And there will be a new video debuting tomorrow. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you know when we go live. It should be live at 6 o'clock. Hit that notification bell so that you get the notice when it goes live. Because I have it set to instant premiere. Tomorrow's video is going to be showing off the dragon scale scarf that I made, plus a bunch of other jewelry and other handmade things that are in my closet, that I wanted to show off because being an artist is more than just drawing on a screen. I also hand make a lot of stuff and I wanted to show that off in tomorrow's video. It's also just more of a informal, personal kind of video. I had a lot of fun putting it together and also had a lot of fun making some of the captions that appear sporadically throughout the video. So I really hope that you give it a watch and I hope you like it. I'm hoping to make other videos soon. I have a backlog of just raw footage. I just have to edit it all together. So I want to throw that out there because, you know, I'm not an AI content mill. I can't post every day. I'm going to need to take breaks. So you're seeing the lows being like, ding that bell. Absolutely. But yeah, since I'm not a machine, there are going to be some Fridays that there will not be a video. If there is not a video on a given Friday, I will let you know. Because sometimes there are some editing projects that are a beast. I had a heck of a time putting out yesterday's short. Let me tell you. Trying to edit that thing proved to be difficult. We're not going to get into it right now. But, anyway, all of that is to say, new shorts Monday, Wednesday. New live streams Tuesdays, Thursdays, except for January 16th and the last Tuesday of the month. Still live streams Tuesdays, Thursdays, and new videos Fridays, unless I can't get it out, in which case I will let you know in the community tab. this art that you've been watching me draw today, from Thomas to Daniel to Jamie here, once these are all finished, they will be available for download for members of my fan clubs. Fan clubs members are people who pledge monthly on Ko-fi. So if you would like to become a member, head on over to the link in the upper right corner or in the link in the description for more info. You also get shout outs in the YouTube descriptions if you join the clubs, but you also get early access to the Legend of Jamie Roberts updates, as well as exclusive members-only comics and members-only downloads like desktop wallpapers and phone wallpapers and zines. If all that sounds kosher to you, check out ko-fi.com/Kelsey D. Crawford. That's ko-fi.com/Kelsey D. Crawford. Link also in the description. Stay tuned for the new video dropping tomorrow. That's all I've got for now. Everything else that you might wonder about me, from the Legend of Jamie Roberts to anything else, social media links, all that's going to be in the description. Thank you all so much for watching and for tuning in. Do all the YouTube things. Any support is hugely appreciated. I'm hoping to grow the channel a lot this year. So any support that you can give, subscribing, leaving comments, hitting like, hitting the notifications, all of that helps. Thank you all so much for watching and for your support. You are awesome.